Taurus, welcome to your general reading. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. We're going to do yours and theirs placements today, but we're going to start off with the oracles. If you're new to my channel, hello. My name is Christina of Sassy Scorpion Tarot. If you like what I do and how I do it, let me know. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you. Additionally, we have just opened an account in Facebook, and I hope that you will join me there. It's linked off in the description box, yeah? All right. Let's get to it. Show me what I need to see, please, for the Taurian Collective. Show me what I need to see, please, for the Taurian Collective. Show me what I need to see, please, for Taurus. Show me what I need to see, please, for Taurus. Oh, dear. Deceit. Careful, honey. Careful now. Steady as she goes. Be careful. Deceit. I don't know which way that's coming from. Hopefully we will see it in your baseline. I do not know. The 25th also in the general sense might be important. Some of that, a touch of the devil energy here. A little bit of Capricorn. You might have that placement in your chart. Could be dealing with one. But deceit. What's going on? What's going on? Show me. All tied up. There's nothing I can do. A little bit of that Eight of Swords energy. There's nothing I can do. Oh, yeah, those two together, honey. Are you lying to yourself? Deceit, all tied up. There's nothing I can do. What are you lying to yourself about? You could be on the receiving end of that, certainly. But I'm not reading whoever they are, not yet. This is you. Obstacles, please. 23rd, 25th. Obstacles, please. Obstacles, please. The Star. Are you navigating correctly? Are you navigating a difficult situation correctly? Or are you telling yourself there's nothing I can do? Are you navigating appropriately? The Star. Are you allowing yourself to be guided by the highest good? Are you aiming yourself accordingly on your star pathway? Do you know what that is? Do you know what it is that you should be striving for? Wishing, wanting, hoping, desiring for? Do you know what that is? Or do you say, there's nothing I can do to achieve that? Love or otherwise. Okay. What's going on? Page 1, a little bit of communication there. Show me what I need to see, please. Show me what I need to see, please, for Taurus. What's going on? What's going on for Taurus, please? Show me Taurus. Yes. Okay. Five of Swords. It is deceit. It's self-imposed. Okay. And the Wheel of Fortune. You're saying that there's nothing I can do to change this situation. It's a lie. Okay. Now, as I was telling Virgo, and let me tell you, honey, your Earth cousin put me through the fucking ringer today. As I was telling Virgo, self-sabotage is never what we think it is. We don't know most of the time that we're doing it. Not until after how many years down the road, and we look back on it and we tell ourselves, maybe I could have done something different. And that's the worst kind. It's the worst kind because it's a time we cannot get back. It's decisions once done cannot be undone, or we insist they cannot be. And over here I'm seeing a Five of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. It's not possible to change. It's not possible to change. It's not possible to acquire that particular star. It's not possible. It's not. It's these two together, literally. I said you're lying to yourself, deceit, and all tied up. There's nothing I can do. That's deception. It's self-deception, i.e. Five of Swords. Okay. And that is coming from your side of the board. We're going to take a look at why. We're going to see why you're insisting something or situation, whatever it is, cannot change, or you cannot change. It's self-imposed. It's not actually true. You want to believe it's true, or you tell yourself specifically that something is true when it in fact is not. So that's what Five of Swords is. There's nothing I can do to change this situation. That's not true. You know it's a lie. But I'm not picking on you, honey. We're going to figure out why. We're going to try to figure out why. Okay. As I was telling Virgo, because their energy, their reading was so terribly difficult, I'm always on your side. More so when we see these kind of things, because I want what's best for you, not for what's not good for you. Okay. It's my job to understand and describe back to you, as best I am able, what the hell's going on. What's currently going on, please, for Taurus? What's currently going... Okay. Two of Cups, love energy. Show me the future, please. Eight of Wands, communication. How and under what context, I could not say. But there is communication here, and it does have to do with some sort of love bond that you share with someone else in the Two of Cups. Two of Cups, Eight of Wands is terribly simple. It's terribly easy. It's terribly lovely. So this premise of lying to oneself about, oh, I can't change. There's nothing I can do to alter this. There's nothing I can do to change this. It is what it is. When, in fact, the opposite is true. How that's affecting that love union, I don't know. And how it might play out in the communication, I don't know. But we're going to see. Otherwise, these are positive aspects to what is a negative background. So if that negative background is of some standing, it's going to play out into very positive energies in all the wrong ways, which is what we don't want, right? Who is surrounding? Who is surrounding Taurus, please? Who is surrounding Taurus, please? Who is surrounding Taurus? Queen of Pentacles. Stable, reliable, right? Practical. Good homestead energy. Someone who is self-nurturing, self-loving, but is currently having a hard time with that. Eight of Swords. Too much mental energy, where there should be something that's a lot more fluid and naturally felt and or experienced. Too much headspace bullshit. Show me the future, please. Ten of Cups. Yet an emotional happiness here. An emotional balance between two people. Okay. You're both showing me positive markers for the future. You both have your bullshit that you deal with to some extent. But what is it you insisted you cannot change, when in fact you knew the opposite was true? What is shared between these two? What is shared between these two, please? What is shared between these two? There's that stars again. Under the obstacles, the vision. Why is the vision the obstacle, Taurus? Why is the pathway the obstacle? Is this not the pathway you want? But you insist that it is. What else, please? Those of you who want to see it, stars. I haven't used this deck in a long time. This is the Dark Tarot Royale. I used to use it all the time. Decided to get it back out recently. What else, please? Found it. Four of Pentacles. You hold on to a vision that is not yours. That's why the star's under the obstacle. Aquarian energy. Does not have to be. A little bit of Capricorn. What else, please? But strength and conviction to continue. Leo energy. The strength of conviction to continue, to hold on to this, even though you don't really feel like it's yours. You tell yourself things have already been set in motion and they cannot be undone. That's not true. Show me the overview, please. The Fool, Ten of Pentacles. Oh, the Ten of Pentacles for you, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. That's a non-issue. Why are you showing me the Fool against your Ten of Pentacles? That's interesting. Let's get into it. Excuse me. The Fool, the Ten of Pentacles, please. Which one? Show me the Fool and the Ten of Pentacles, please. Show me the Fool and the Ten of Pentacles, please. For Taurus' overview. Show me the Fool and the Ten of Pentacles, please. No. Five of Cups. Why? Oh, if this isn't your star pathway, then I'm not surprised. There's disappointment. There's disappointment. There's disappointment, regret. That's the Eight of Wands again. What are you communicating? You're insisting you don't want change, yet you have regret attached to your foundation. You're insisting you don't want change. That change would in fact cause you pain. You're insisting, and you're also telling it to somebody. Eight of Wands. You are providing confirmation of someone else, to someone else, that no, you're not unhappy with the foundation at all. You're not unhappy with the relationship. No, no, no. It comes from a place of fear. Nine of Swords. Wheel of Fortune here twice, both marked by negative aspects of the mind. Five of Swords, which we're not so aware of. But in a way we are. And Nine of Swords is real anxiety of the mind, so much so that it causes pain. You are communicating and or reassuring someone that, no, 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 this is the life you want. You have a great deal of regret attached to it, but you don't speak of it. Why do you associate the Fool with your Ten of Pentacles? This is contrary energy, honey. Right here. What you are displaying to this person is positivity, when underneath that positivity is your real truth. The real truth is that you fear change. You regret it. There's many aspects to this life that you have that you regret, but the idea of change is so fearful, we just don't. We tell ourselves it cannot be. The star is under the obstacle, under the reflection of the shared energy, literally the life, the foundation you have with somebody you regret, but that's not what you say. What you say is that you're fine. All is well. You wouldn't have it any other way, but internally you can't see it any other way. You don't want to. The idea of it provokes too much fear in you. Oh, we're doing some real shit today. I want to do one more thing over here. The Fool is typically positive. It's a spiritual thing. It's the thing in us that says, let's be fresh. Let's have fresh energy, let's have fresh eyes, let's have a fresh spirit, let's have a fresh heart, let's have fresh fucking feet and get out the door and try something new. The very thing you fear the most. That's not Taurus Collective in general, I mean that's who I'm reading today. You're taking it to a bad place. The fear of starting over, starting fresh. Because of the foundation. So much of your life and or personality is already in place. And to disrupt it is detrimental in your mind. Yet you're also clearly telling me, at least energetically speaking, the star you have is the star you do not want. Show me the Fool. Why is the Fool here specifically? Two of Pentacles. Back and forth, back and forth. You switch modalities back and forth. This is an internal thing. I don't think you really talk about it. This is an internal thing between you and you. You switch modalities, mixed emotions. There are times when you can clearly see the positive. I specifically asked about the Fool because I'm seeing a bunch of negativity surrounding your foundation. So the Fool, who's supposed to be positive, you actually occasionally have flickers. Okay? You have flickers of feeling positive about fresh start energy. There's times when you can feel it, gravitate towards it. You might even try to touch it a little bit. Your energy pulls it back, saying, no, no, no. That is indeed foolish. There are times you feel good about change, but for the most part, what pulls you back is the foundation. You say you cannot change, but you wouldn't have it any other way. You're communicating clearly to somebody, oh no, the foundation's here, it's cool, I don't want change, just the idea of it stresses me out, no, no, no. Yet internally, you kind of shove down and hide the regret you feel about the life you have in love and in general, whatever that foundation is to you. There's a lot of things that could be or could not be baked into your Ten of Pentacles, okay? Especially as an earth energy, it's going to be diverse for you. There are times you feel good about change, and then there's other times you just, it causes you terror. But I see you communicating outwards from yourself, no, 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 change, God, no, fuck that, oh God, no, 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 I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change anything, not at all. That's not true. What's going on? Are we switching? Show me this Five of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. I'm not saying you don't love the person you're connected to, I see it. But that doesn't mean you're not disappointed by how things turned out. And I think, Taurus, disappointments in a life that we build with anyone or even within just ourselves, there's always going to be aspects of it that we're disappointed by. But to the point where you say there's nothing I can do about it, and you actually believe it, then that tells me there are bigger portions here of disappointment than you're letting on. Five of Swords to the Wheel of Fortune. Five of Swords to the Wheel of Fortune, show me. You. I'm sorry, honey. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to pick on you. I want to help you. You're holding on to that which you do not want. It's really, if I were to summarize this whole thing, I've seen aspects of it, so, and you do a good job of keeping it hidden. You do. That's the Taurus I'm speaking to today. You do a good job of keeping it hidden. You communicate outwards the opposite of what you actually feel. You let everyone and their mother know, yeah, you're happy. You're content. You got something solid here. And I'm sure you do. But you're not happy with it. And you're saying, I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't. Given the chance, I wouldn't. You're lying to yourself. You are literally over the Five of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune. And I'm guessing you've told yourself this a long time. So much so that there has been no change for the positive, right? That Wheel of Fortune has not spun in your favor for any sort of so-called improvement because you won't speak the truth. It's only when we speak the truth that we can make positive change. But the Taurus I'm looking at, you associate change so much with fear that you allow yourself to continue to believe this. Your energy has told me multiple times, I'm great. I wouldn't change a thing. Besides, even if I could, there's nothing I could do about it. So why discuss it? Anything else, please? Anything else, please, about that Five of Swords judgment? Yeah, fuck. I just had to look at that, didn't I? Oh boy. This is not going to be a popular one. We're tarot reflects for life. So if you're not here for the real, you might want to tune out now. This isn't for you. Go check out someone else who will blow smoke up your ass, because that's not what I'm doing today. Today we're having real talk. Oh, the earth signs are putting me through it today. But your energy is speaking to me in honesty, where you cannot be as much with yourself. If you were as honest with yourself as your energy is with me today, you would see it. That's what kills me, man. You've been marked with judgment. You've had multiple opportunities to change, and you've rejected them. Saying there's nothing I can change when you have been presented change multiple times. Reinforcing your behavior. The more you shoot something down and tell yourself there's nothing I can do, and I don't want to change it anyway, but there's nothing I could do if I wanted to, the more you believed it, and it just reinforced your Five of Swords. You've had callings multiple times, and you're like, I can't pick up the phone. It's not convenient. And with that insistence as the Hierophant that I know it's correct for me, you really doubled down on that behavior. The Hierophant boils down to permission, yes, no. Our rule books, our structures, our guidance systems, the things that we sign up to and say, yes, that's what I believe in because that's what makes me stand up and forthright as a person in this world. In other words, the Hierophant is meant to be in our best interest. You got to stand up for something or you will fall for nothing, right? There's the catch-22 to that. If you have a pro, you have a con. The more we insist upon that rule book, even in defiance of our reality, it works against us. That's your catch-22. Because you keep saying this thing for you, whatever it is you've agreed to, whatever you committed to, this is correct, when the world, the universe, the spirit is giving you constant evidence that you could live another way, do another way, think another way, feel another way. Taurus says, no, I don't. No, it's not an option. No. This is what I signed up to. This is what I agreed to. Therefore, it must be. It's inflexibility of thinking and it's stubbornness to the point of detriment. It goes against your own cause. But I'm not just here trying to rag on you, Taurus. I'm trying to understand, and I want you to get to the heart of the issue. I got your backstory. I got how you handle the concept of change in present day. You avoid it. And then you communicate outwards that you're fine. You're not fine. You say you've got a strong foundation to back up your beliefs. I believe you. And that's one of the things that's lending weight to that particular negative argument. Is that when we can look around and see a positive result, it must in fact mean that we're happy and we just don't know it, right? Did I capture that? I have all this going for me. I must be happy. How's that working out for you? That thinking. Show me the Two of Cups, please. Typically, judgment's a good thing. Like all cards in tarot, they all have positive aspects. They all have negative aspects. It's just what we do with it that counts. Judgment, like your card, they're both meant to be deeply spiritual and deeply positive, but it's what we do with it as humans that determines its outcome as either negative or positive. And that judgment's like, here's your divine intervention in this life, Taurus. You could go down this path. You could go down this path. Okay. No? What about this one? No. Okay. Here's another opportunity for you. Oh, no? Okay. They've all been marked with time in the Wheel of Fortune. And your insistence, no, you don't need the change. Thank you very much. You're happy with where you're at. Show me that Two of Cups, please. Like I said, I know there's love here, Taurus. I know there is. But it's kind of like how you know your Ten of Pentacles is here. Yeah, it's there. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're happy with it. You're showing me regret. You're showing me stress. Just the fucking, the whiff, the smallest whiff of change, and you're like... Show me that Two of Cups, please. Ace of Swords. What's that? And you know it. You know it. You tell yourself not to know it, but you know it. God damn, dude. Excuse my language, but damn. Fuck. Taurus, honey. Your love is marked with pain. And you know it, and it's the very thing that stresses you the fuck out. It's over here, too. Nine of Swords in your overview about your foundation. What you communicate to other people and what you experience internally are two different fucking things, man. It's not the same league. It's not the same fucking sport. It's nowhere near comparable. There's what you present to the outside world. I got a Ten of Pentacles and I'm communicating. Look at me. I'm solid as fuck. No, you're not. You are energetically and mentally fragmented. And it all comes down to this fucking pathway that you have been presented alternatives many times and you have rejected them, saying there's nothing you can do. You've already started down one pathway and you got to stick to it. Even if it makes you miserable, it doesn't fit you, it doesn't serve you, you still keep plodding on that path, even though you're not too jazzed up about it, brah, sis. And here's, look, I know there's love here, Taurus, I know. I'm not saying, and this goes beyond just whomever is immediately connected to you. We're talking major life concepts here that are all tied up into this one big fucking basket of Taurus. It's not just the love energy in here. It is also your life path. It is your home path. It is your foundational energy. It's all that cooking and brewing. Okay? And but when it comes to the love energy, the one that most immediately surrounds you, you understood a truth. I'm like, okay, cool. What does Taurus understand to be 100% true about their love energy? Nine of Swords. There it is. Tying it back over here that you insist, if I change that, it would stress me out. Again, you're telling somebody you wouldn't have it any other way. You're fine. No, you're not fine, Taurus. You are not fine. Don't sit here and tell me with your stubborn ass that you're fine, because you're not. You're clearly not. You're not. Eight of Wands. I see you communicating outwards. You already have repeating cards. People ask me all the time, why do you so many deaths, Christina? So I can see repeating energies. That's why. You've already repeated multiple energies to me. Eight of Wands. And I tell you what, if you were honest with yourself as your energy was to me, you would see things very differently. Eight of Wands. Tell me. Some of the Eight of Wands, please. Oh boy, I'll be pissing the cross watchers off today. I'm going to be pissing off the Taurus Collective and the cross watchers. That's fine. You do what you need to do. I'm still here. Eight of Wands, please. Eight of Wands, please. Show me. Strength. See, that's it again. That's strength of conviction to communicate outwards that all is well. What else, please? Some of you got some very strong Leo in your chart because it's here twice. Oh, yes. You still... Why are you waiting, honey? Why are you waiting? You're waiting for bigger love to come to you. Don't you think you should have it by now? For someone who's insisting they wouldn't change a goddamn thing, there you are looking over your shoulder for the biggest love you could possibly have. King of Cups to the Chariot. You can't get bigger love than that. You're waiting for it. You're waiting for love while you're insisting and telling the world all is well. You're waiting on love to arrive. Big love. Huge love. The kind of love you can't mistake. It's like the biggest billboard you could possibly ever see, imagine to exist. And Taurus is waiting on that billboard to come along and smack him in the face. You're telling the world all is well, and you're doing so with strength of conviction. Not once, but twice. In the meantime, there you are looking over your shoulder, looking for the world's biggest payout in love. Why are you waiting for something that you are supposed to have already? You're looking for love, honey. You feel it. You can absolutely feel it. Does that tell you a little something about the love you're already supposedly experiencing? The one that you say you wouldn't change. Energetically, you're looking for something bigger. Something that hits you so damn hard on the chest it knocks you backwards. That's what you want. Not a love riddled with the Nine of Swords. The kind of shit that keeps you up at night and stresses you out. Not for what it is, but for what it isn't. Meanwhile, I got you insisting all the world, everything's fine. Just like you're doing over here. Internally, no. Sadness, regret, pain, and insisting you wouldn't change a damn thing. You want big love, and I want you to have big love. I do. That's what you want, then that's what I want for you. That's what I want for any of the collective who shows me that much desire for something that fundamentally simple is to love and to be loved. It's the greatest thing in the world. It is the simplest as well as the greatest thing in the world, is to want to love and to be in love. And not only that, is to also be in love, honey. This is to love and to be loved from a mature space. This is to be in love. That's the difference between those two. The love to come from a mature space, one that is spoken and owned and claimed without hesitation or reservation. And being fucking fantastically in love without apology or hesitation. That's what you're looking out on the horizon for. You desire it. You want it, and I want you to have it. But you also say nothing can change. I want to know if that's justified. Is this justified? Is this justified, or is this just you looking on the horizon? Because let me tell you, if you're looking for these big feelings from your person, I will do my best to see if it's there. They are indicating to me a sort of balanced love with you, Ten of Cups, okay? And it does seem to be coming from a grounded place. Again, this person has the appreciation of the Ten of Pentacles built into their energy too. I see that. It's there. You both hold on to a shared vision, and you both do so with a certain strength of conviction that I have to hold on to it. So I want to know if you're waiting for that big love is justified, or you just locked up in your head looking for something you say you can't see. Eight of Swords. God damn it. You keep looking for love. You keep looking for love and it's in front of you, I swear to God. You keep looking for it, but then you act like you can't see it. You act like you're blind. This is, of course, the equivalent to all tied up. It's the same thing. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm bound. And yet, you continue to look at on the horizon and hope for the very thing that will just blow your fucking mind open. Blow your heart open, specifically. You hope for it, you desire it, but you say you can't see it. I wanted to know if what you were looking for was justified. Even if it was justified, honey, you would still sit there and tell me you can't see it. It was right fucking there. This is the problem. One of the reasons why I personally come into conflict with reading tarot. I know how many people watch tarot in the hope of seeing new love, new love, new love, new love. Once I have new, I will be inspired to be a better person. I will be inspired to live a better life. I will be inspired to have those big feelings on the contingency that I have new. Then I'll be happy. You have to be willing to receive the very thing you're looking for, to actually acknowledge it in order to get it. You're not willing to acknowledge the very thing you're desirous of, because you tell yourself there's you keep telling the universe you're fine, and you're not. So why would you reasonably expect then, Taurus, to ever be in a position to receive the love you want if you refuse to acknowledge that all is not well, that you are not happy, you're on a pathway you don't particularly care for, but the idea of change stresses you the fuck out. If you're not willing to make change, you're not going to be willing to change your heart space either. I want you to have what you're desiring the most. I do. I do. I just don't know that you know how much you want it, because you refuse to see it. So even if it was handed onto you by a fucking platter, and it looks like the universe has tried to hand you a couple things, you're like, no, that's not for me. No, that's not for me. That's not for me. Right? Okay. Okay, let's see who's in this boat with you. They're showing me some similar aspects. I don't know how far it goes, but we'll see. And that's going back to that principle of the example of what I was saying. You cannot love someone unless you love yourself first. That's it. You cannot be happy with someone else until you yourself are happy. We don't meet people in order to find our missing piece. You should already be a whole person to fucking begin with. Otherwise, you're always going to make attachments to people based on what you feel is missing. And that will dictate forever the basis of your relationships if you do not come forward in this life as anything less than a whole person. Everyone you choose will be based on that missing piece concept. In other words, when you could have a whole variety of life experiences in work, love, family, you name it, it actually gets narrowed down to this little piece. Whoever fits the missing piece, right? Is it all you want? No. If you really want this kind of big, unabashed, unapologetic love and being in love, you have to know that you want it. You have to stop telling the universe you're fine with what you have, because you're not. And then you have to believe it yourself. Queen of Pentacles, show me. Yeah. Show me this Queen of Pentacles, please, the person who surrounds. Show me this Queen of Pentacles, please, the person who surrounds. Show me this Queen of Pentacles, please, the one who surrounds Taurus. Could be dealing with a fellow earth sign. We also, like I said, have heavy Aquarian energy, Leo energy. I saw that more coming from within you. Cancer, everybody's here, really. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, this person's comfort zone with you is established. It's well accounted for. Sometimes it tops out, and that kind of not much changes energy. But that's typically what happens, you know, when you've been with a person long enough. You develop that kind of, well, I'm comfortable energy, and that's very much that. I'm comfortable. They have a sense of, this is my corner of the world in the universe with Taurus, and I'm comfortable with that. You know, it may not be the most exciting, it may not be the most thrilling, but it is established, as we've said. Very strong comfort zone energy, and sometimes it gets a little plateauish. In other words, it doesn't seem like there's much developed between the two of you in terms of love or otherwise, possibly the material world. It's just heavy earth energy at this time. So I can tell you both have a strong appreciation for the 3D. You both have a very strong appreciation for foundation energy, material world as well. Anything else, please, to this? I'd like to see a little bit more of their personality than just, I'm comfortable, and I have been for a long time. Okay. They also have some steady growth of pain. Where's that coming from? Is it from the stagnation? Lack of growth. Lack of emotional growth has caused pain in this person. Why? Why? They're showing that Two of Cups for you under the moon. Ace of Wands. Yeah, well, I think that's a fair assessment. If I'm being honest, yeah, I think it's a fair assessment, okay? Like I said, this person is clearly comfortable in their corner of the world with you. It's founded. You two have deep roots. It doesn't always seem like there's much growing on the surface. In other words, flourishing. In other words, this person's energy doesn't really seem to push past the Seven of Pentacles. 8, which is highly productive, workable. 9, strong sense of independence and self and capability. 10, the highest productive value you can accumulate with two people. So their energy kind of stops and starts abruptly in terms of, this is me, this is where I am, this is where I'm comfortable. Okay, let's dig a little more. We got a Three of Swords. They have some pain. I asked why. They're reflecting back the Two of Cups as you are, but it's under the moon energy, which is not so good. Okay, so that tells me there's a good chance they haven't expressed this to you. There is kind of like a lack of drive in that love energy, which stands to reason. Again, if we're just looking at tarot mathematically, the Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, yeah, it's going to seem like there's not much drive for the love energy. Just because the roots are heavily intertwined doesn't mean that there's much exchange on the surface. Okay, so that seems to be the source of their pain. That very thing that they're so comfortable with also shows a kind of lack of engagement with the emotional and or passionate energy. It's kind of like, I know I have feelings for Taurus. They often go under the moon. They're not always expressed. You both reflect the Two of Cups. The Ace of Wands is kind of like their energy, their drive, their force. For said Two of Cups is also under the moon. So their water and passion's kind of tied. Their water and fire is kind of tied under the moon. It is a source of pain, and it kind of comes from this place of, you know, things have developed a certain way over a certain level of time, and nothing ever really seems to change in the relationship energy or the emotional energy. And yeah, I can see why that would be a cause of their pain, you know, but it's also kind of like, what are they doing about it? How are they giving more to the foundation energy? How are they giving more to it than I'm just really comfortable with Taurus? You know, what are they doing to kind of reignite their fuel for the situation? Because keeping their love for you or passion for you under the moon, and this is an unconscious thing, they don't know they're doing this. They keep it under the moon because they don't have the ability to get in there and access it like they did. Okay. They're kind of like, well, things kind of grew the way they did. The outcome kind of is the way it is. And yes, it causes me some sadness. And yes, sometimes it puts me in a space of forgetting my feelings, specifically how to access them. That's a little bit more on this person. Show me their Eight of Swords. You're both showing me a heavy deal of mental gridlock. Show me that Eight of Swords, please. Show me the Eight of Swords, please, for this person. Show me the Eight of Swords, please. So yeah, no, if you feel like your person's emotional energy and passionate energy is often absent, there's a reason why. You know, it's not without rhyme or reason. You have your rhyme and reason, they do too. All right? But yeah, no, if you can feel that they are emotionally withdrawn, or they don't show you much passion, or it seems like they're always kind of in a bad mood, or they're always kind of a little bit sad, yeah. You know, there's not much. You're both showing me extreme stress and mental discomfort when it comes to love. You both are showing me the same fucking thing. It stresses them out that they can't access their feelings. Okay, so they may not know how far their feelings have gone under the moon. They just know that the inability to access them causes them strain. They take their feelings into a headspace, come back with confusion, pain, conflict, and then all their feelings get buried under the moon. So you're not seeing much of their emotions one way or the other. I'm going to go ahead and take a guess it stems from a lack of growth. I feel like this person... What am I trying to say? Four of Swords. Yeah, it's mental. It's all internal. It's all internal. They try to relax their love energy. They can't. They try to relax their love energy. They can't. They, like you, say they insist they can't see it or feel it. And that's absolutely true for them. I just don't think they know to what extent. They can't. It's like they're having a hard time remembering their feelings and specifically their energy for this relationship. It's like they can't access their energy for this relationship. At some point, this person's energy got locked into the Seven of Pentacles with you. This is how it is. It's how it always is. It's not going to change. At least I'm comfortable. But it was that same sort of energy that caused them to have pain. It's like they forgot their feelings for the relationship. They forgot their feelings for you. It all gets fucked up over here. And the part of them that can be vulnerable and the part of them that can be passionate is what they hide the most, is the moon. It's like they're never in the mood. Their mind is never right. They're always stressed out. Oh my God. Show me the Ten of Cups, please. Show me the Ten of Cups, please. Show me the Ten of Cups, please. The High Priestess. Their intuition is finally talking to them, or rather, they're in a better place to receive the fact that they understand that they are unhappy. Okay. That's a start. Anything else, please? I'd like to see something a little more conclusive other than this person's emotions. They're starting to quietly feel it. I don't think they're expressing it to you about their real feelings within the context of this Ten of Cups. That they understand that they can get disappointed. They understand they can get a little depressed. They understand they can be a little detached and withdrawn, and that they put up a lot of resistance. that sometimes their energy can be a little pushy, offy, and cold shoulder-ish. Now, I'm seeing your stuff as in, this is the life I have. And I tell myself I don't desire anything more, or that I shouldn't want to, or I'm not supposed to. One of the things that stresses you out is the Two of Cups, which they share. They also admit to something very similar. You two cannot feel each other or access each other's feelings in a way that's fluid or easy. You both show me strong indications of overthinking. You both show me a very strong absence of feelings where you know there should be. That's one of the things that stresses you both the fuck out. I know I should feel more for this. I know I should have more passion for this. I know I should have more energy for this. Energy is a big thing for this person. I don't have the energy for this, Taurus. I don't have the energy for this. It's just, let's just keep on keeping on, okay? It's something like that. They always have a headache. They're always in a bad mood. It's always something like that. But yours is coming from the space of, I kind of wanted my life path to be a little more than this, but I shouldn't think that. I shouldn't think that, and it's too late to make changes anyway. And yet, if you were being honest with yourself, I still see you looking for the love that you want. And not the love that you have. Because the love that you have hurts you. It hurts them too. It is good that this person seems to be in future coming to terms a little bit better with their actual cups with you. Under that, they have the same propensity as you do, don't they? You communicate outwards all as well. They tell family and friends all as well. They get a little bit more in touch with the fact that they've been unhappy, but they still block in terms of actual progress. In other words, they're no more emotionally expressive than how they opened up with. It's like they can't admit it. Their energy actively fends off telling the truth or speaking to the truth of their emotions. The High Priestess is terribly quiet when shown with negative aspects. This person's not telling you any more about they feel, even though they become a little bit more aware of it, which is good. I'm happy for them in that respect. Back here is under denial. Where there should be love, all I see is stress and anxiety. God damn. But they're still blocking the truth of their feelings. They're no wiser for where how to express them, and it's like they're not inclined to. And you're off looking in the distance in another direction altogether for love that you still say you cannot see. But you're not looking to them, though. You're looking outside of this. The stars, let's do it. Show me. Show me the stars, please, for that shared energy. Show me. The star, again, I will remind you, was under your obstacle, which is not where it should be. Show me the stars, please. Show me the stars. A little peekaboo there. Card did 360. That's not what we want. Show me the stars, please. Ah, there's that bold insistence of yours. Emperor, you might have some strong Aries in your chart as well as Aquarius. Oh, the Emperor. Insistence. Insistence that this pathway is correct. I speak it, therefore it must be truth. Eight of Cups. When you declared this star, this pathway, as yours, you did so with insistence without conviction of feeling. You talked yourself into it. You bullied yourself into it. You said what you had to say. They probably did too. This is supposed to be shared. You felt the words, Taurus, but you didn't have the conviction. You were not emotionally attached to this, but you told yourself to choose it. You both have held on. 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles, please. Seven of Wands. Jesus, God. Temperance. The Sun. You both hold on with insistence again. You both have a hope for the Sun. Let's make that clear. You both have a hope for the Sun, but no real healing is occurring either. So in other words, you both want the best possible outcome. You both want to feel extreme happiness. You both show resistance to healing. In other words, really, the both of you, speaking true to your wishes, wants, hopes, desires, expectations, but particularly those feelings. Both of your feelings are marked with pain and stress and the inability to speak to it, the truth of it specifically. I don't see them being any more open with their feelings. They're a little bit more to terms with them, but there's still no progress. 9 of Wands. You're showing me you're still looking for love, but it's outside of this. You want the biggest, best love, but you can't see it. Even if you did get, even if it was presented to you, you still refuse to see it. You both want the best possible outcome of the Sun, but there's no real healing here. You both insist on holding on, and that's one of the things that's literally preventing your healing, is holding on to that which neither of you wants. But you both expect to be happy. I'm not seeing real work on either of your sides. You're both clammed up. Both of your energies are insisting everything's okay when it's clearly not. They have no energy for this. They won't admit it. And even by the time they get close to it towards the end, it's like, but I'm not going to do a damn thing about it. This is expecting the best possible outcome with all the worst possible investments. It's just not how it works. You're still holding on to all the worst aspects of the relationship decision making here, how it has played out, the reality of it. It's like neither one of you wants to fess up to what it is you're both feeling, specifically, again, what it is you're not feeling. Show me strength, please. There's that fucking strength of conviction again. Strength. Show me strength, please. Justice, because it's fair. Is it? Is this fair? You call this fair, Taurus? And you both know it's bullshit. I agree. It's more that self-sabotage energy. We're going to keep at it. We're going to pay. Okay. I use this like in the old shopping, okay, kind of analogy. I want the best possible product by paying the least amount of money. What do you get from that? you don't get the best possible product. You both expect the sun. You both expect strength of conviction with justice because it's fair. And neither one of you is truly revealing what you really think, what you really feel, how you both have substantial regrets in love and in life, and the pathway you two have chosen and walked upon, and how it has ended up in present day. Neither one of you talks about it. But you both expect a happy outcome. They hide their feelings. They say they have no energy for this. They're happy in their little corner of the world with Taurus. They're not willing to shake anything up. They're not willing to change, heal, or make any sort of progress. And you're over here insisting, no, I have no opportunities for change, and even if I did, I wouldn't take it. I'm fucking happy. Why would I? I made this decision a long time ago, and I can't unmake it. No. Besides, life's not presenting me any opportunities. I beg to fucking differ. Yeah, it is dickering too. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep that. It is dickering. And it's Five of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune. No, with Judgment. You've had multiple opportunities to change the course. And you insist, no, I can't see that. And those aren't real opportunities anyway. Meanwhile, you're both showing me Two of Cups riddled with anxiety, stress, pain, and the refusal to address it. Let's make that clear. This should not be in your obstacles. And you both share it. You both insist with stubbornness that this is absolutely the correct pathway. Neither one of you is emotionally invested in it. Theirs, I could see it. I was like, okay, maybe they have a hard time tapping their feelings. Oh, then we'll unravel it a little further. They have no energy for this and they can't own it. To develop it, to heal, to make progress with you in any way that's exciting, energetic, motivational. You're showing me something similar, but it's more about this isn't the life I want, but I can't say that and I can't admit it. It's over here and it's over here. And you both are showing me illusion about this concept of it's right and it's fair. Moon. Does any of this look right or fair to you? And you know, Taurus, I have every reason to believe this is going to keep going. You want to know how I know? Not one markers or indicators of change. Not one for either one of you. The World, Ten of Swords, Death. The only thing either of you showed me was Eight of Cups. And guess what? I need to see more evidence before I saying you're walking away. No, given the insistence here with the Emperor and that star that's under the obstacles, you both insisted this was the correct pathway for both of you, and neither one of you was emotionally thrilled about it. Neither one of you was emotionally invested in this so-called pathway from day one, or at least for years. They're showing me, opened up immediately with the Seven of Pentacles. We opened up with the Ten of Pentacles. I don't know how long this has been going on, but you two keep choosing it over and over again. And you're both in denial about what the real situation's going on. No indication, no hint of ending. They block. You both... Look, man. If you wouldn't... I'm just going to be fucking blunt, because it's just easier for me. And I fucking can't right now. If you well and truly loved your person, were in love with them, you wouldn't be looking for love outside of it. And if they well and truly loved you, they could own their fucking feelings and they could show some energy to whatever the hell this is. But they say they're too tired and it stresses them out to do anything or think anything differently. They operate on a switch. It's on, it's off. It's on, it's off. And what they really feel is somewhere that you can't even begin to access. You know that. And your own love energy towards them is ridiculed with stress. You can't feel what they have. And I don't think they're terribly interested in what it is that you feel, if I'm being honest with you. Their energy is so non-contributive. The only different... You both agreed on the same fucking equation, Taurus. Ironically, you two fit very, very well because you're both apparently on the same page. But here's the difference between you and them. Is that if you were being honest with yourself, you haven't actually given up being in love and feeling love, and you still look towards it. You still desire it. That's the difference between you and them, if that helps you at all. Thing is you're not looking to this person. You're looking outside of it. But even if you had it, you would say you couldn't see it. Just like you said back here, I couldn't see a course for change anyway. Even if it was presented to me, I wouldn't take it. I'm not trying to be... honey, if you're new to my channel, I could see why you would take umbrage to this message. For my touring collective who has been around for longer than a couple of weeks, you know me better than that. You're one of my favorite collectives. I'm not supposed to say that, but it's my channel. I don't give a fuck. I'll say what I want. You are one of my favorite collectives. You know me. You know I don't want this for you. You're one of the most realistic signs in the zodiac, which is why you're one of my favorites. You are the bull, but you're the one who's least likely to take shit. You're very realistic. You tend to be very honest. But this is the most unhonest Taurus I've seen. And if I were to give a scale of bullshit, you're both like this. Yours is a little higher in terms of being better. Theirs is below you. Because even though you have denied opportunities and you say nothing's can change, it's already set in stone, this is one move in direction, we can't go back, I can't make any alternative decisions, there is no alternative life path, Christina, that's all full of shit. No, and even if the universe has presented you multiple points of entry into new areas and you have turned them all down every single time. That's not an alternative in life. That's not an alternative in work. That's not an alternative in love. No. Fuck no. We can't do that. It was a form of self-sabotage. This is not the star you wanted, but it's what you both signed up to. But I will say this, at least when you're showing me disappointment in love, it's because you still desire it. So I will give you that. When you are showing me markers of being massively disappointed in love, at least you're honest about it. This person, they haven't even gotten that close. It's like they don't dare admit it. I feel like this person needs more to do, honestly. They feel so uninspired. It's like they have no energy. Literally, their energy was... Two of Cups, which you already showed me. Ace of Wands, passion, drive, forthrightness, burning bright for something. Moon. I have no energy for this. I'm in pain, but I couldn't tell you why. I'm just generally sort of unhappy day to day. Nothing changes, but that's probably not my fault. Any closer to the truth of their feelings? Fuck no. 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 4 of Swords, but I try to take a break. And between all my mental anxieties, my fears that are quite substantial, and all the shit that's running around in my head, every now and again I take a break. They probably take a break from you, they go quiet. And then in the future, there's a little bit more of, okay, maybe I can admit to myself, I'm unhappy and I have been for a while, but I'm not going to do a fucking thing about it. Not going to talk about it. Again, meant to be positive. Unfortunately, a negative element is attached to it. It is a quiet, begrudging kind of silence. I'm unhappy, and it's your fault. Of course, that was the way this was headed. You know me, Taurus, this is not the shit I want to see for you. I know you. I know you. This is not who you are. This is not what you're about. But the Taurus I'm looking at today says, yes, actually, this is me. You know? I insist that life is a one-way street, and once I started down that one way, there's no backsies. There's no turnaround. There's no left or right. I have to go this way because that's what I said. Because that's what I said I'd agree to. There's no alternatives in life. Christina, you're fucking crazy. There's no way. It is what it is, Christina. Say it a little louder. I know you got good at convincing yourself, but you're not convincing me, baby. In other words, your future orientation with this person will continue on as is. The only difference is, and that's if you choose to stay in it, and that is a choice. People who insist they have no choice is in fact when they have the most choice. It's just they're not happy with the choices. The only reason you insist you don't have a choice, Taurus, is because you're terrified of change. It's the Taurus I'm looking at. Otherwise, you have been presented multiple alternatives. You don't give yourself nearly enough credit. What kills me, man, is that your heart is longing so hard. It's so big. What you want to feel is so big, and what you are given is so goddamn little. We don't talk about that, though. One of you needs to make change. I don't suggest one person do all the work. No, that's not what constitutes a healthy relationship. I need at least one of you to make decided decisions to change in your energy so that you can be better prepared to make decisions. Because right now, your current vein of decision making for the both of you is helping neither of you. So I need at least one of you to get honest about your energy, your motivations, your drives, why you have done things, why they have done things. And then that way, maybe one of you has a chance to live the life they actually want and not the one they said they have to have. They who surprise. Rising up and above and beyond your own expectations to your own surprise. This is from the El Key. What else, please? The one who surrenders. Bondage. Chains. Release. Surrenders. Not, in other words, being apathetic and just giving up. Surrender as in, these are the real truths. These are my realities. This is what's actually going on. I acknowledge it. I accept it. I process the feelings, and some of those feelings will be freedom. Some of those feelings will be joy, and some of those feelings will be fucking hate. And the point is that you allow yourself to feel them. You surrender to the truth of the situation, and only in so doing do you recognize the chains. It's only when you can see the chains that you can break them, honey. Till then, it's shocking how many people are happy captives. Those who calm, stillness, purity, quiet. If you can get into a space where you can quiet your mind, and again, allow that truth to come through. Go into a place of quiet and calm without influence of other people's expectations or feelings. You might be surprised at what you find in there. The one who aches. Sadness, solitude, silent, withdrawn. That's speaking heavily to me of your person. That kind of, like I said, that kind of sulky withdrawal. I'm sad, but I'm not willing to do anything about it. What are you talking about? I'm fine. Just leave me alone. I'm just stressed out today. Don't worry about it. No, I don't have any energy for this today, Taurus. I'm not going to have any energy for that tomorrow. In fact, why don't we just blah, blah, blah. Deflection, 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 deflection. And if there's anyone in this equation, honey, that has a chance, it's you. because you still, even if you don't want to admit it and you're not in a space where you can, the Taurus I'm looking at still fundamentally has the best and purest hopes for love. So if anyone has a fucking chance, it's you. I'm sorry your person cannot say the same. Not at this time. Which makes you the responsible one. If you can have hope for love, and that's literally what this is, but not just love, but to be in love. If you can have that much hope, then there's always a chance. This is not helping you. It didn't back here, it didn't over here, and it's not going to be in the future. Alright, no charms today. I think time checks are rendered kind of useless in this situation, given the outcome of everything. I can't see change because I see two people who refuse to make change. Okay. Fuck. No endings, not one. Just the stubborn insistence that the pathway you're on for the both of you is correct, even though neither of you desires it. Fuck, man. God damn. Takes two to heal, by the way. You remember that? Because that is a choice, is to heal. I'm not saying force yourself to be happy about the pathway you're on. You've done that, and that doesn't work. You've done it. You've communicated to the world that all is well when it's not. So you trying to force yourself to be happy with the life you're not, that's not healing. I mean healing as in you really coming to terms with what it is you want to see and want to be, want to feel, want to exist in this world as and as who. And when you come to terms with that, you can start talking to your person about it. And they're either on board with that or they're not. They're either supportive or they're not. They're either with you in that way or they're not. And then maybe you too have the ability to open up to real love again. But if not, if they just leave you hanging unsupported and non-committed into a new direction and a new life and a new way of being, then you have your answer, Taurus. So yes, you start with healing yourself first. And then hopefully the other person joins you. But it takes two. October for some of you might be critical. I don't know why. For some of you, you're coming up on your 10-year with this person. I've already seen that in your foundation energy, excuse me. For some of you, upwards to 17 years. Their energy is already marked by time, as is the both of yours. So for some of you, you've already passed your decade with this person. What else, please? October, just in the general sense. The 10th might be important. Of what month, I could not say. What else, please? September as well. September, it's in succession. September, October for some of you. Okay. Literally in succession. I can't see anything changing, honey. I just see carry over. It's just carry over. 8, 9, 10. I can't... Is there any critical time here? Any critical timing? Anything here critical to help? Three years ago might have been important for some reason. I don't know why. That might have been when we saw the slacking off energy between you two. In terms of emotional development, relationship development, contribution. In terms of the material world, comfort level, care, concern, nurturing, supporting, all that jazz. That might have started to decline about 3 years ago. Last March might have been important, as well as upcoming March might be important. But I'm getting distinctly 3 years ago is when we can mark the absence. When we can start marking the absence for some of you. Yeah. First, For some of you, quite specifically, yes, around 3 years ago is when your heart space for this person might have started to feel a bit more like friends as opposed to significant other. More friendly as opposed to foundational. More friendly as opposed to partnership. Correct. That's a contradiction. Friendship, cooperation of spirit within a commitment. You should always be friends first. But what I'm looking at surpasses friendship, as the Three of Pentacles suggests. We start there. And it's meant to spring us into other things if we so agree upon it. But it's not meant to stay here, and it's not meant to de-evolve there either. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I can't see anything more promising on the timeline. I just see things continuing on as they are into the fall. That's all I got. Not unless I see more people willing to make changes. Piscean season might be important. For some of you, be prepared. There will be another offer from the universe to extend your energy outward and beyond this into something else, into something substantial with the Ace of Pentacles. There's another offer here for new. Another chance for an alternative, I do believe, is coming your way. But it's looking like many of you will choose to suspend it. Jesus. We're going to check up on you in a couple weeks. Either I'm going to tune into a different group of Tauruses, or I'm going to see improvement in this one. Sometimes collectives hit peak difficult energies and it extends outwards until more the collective make change. I won't see it. Either way, regardless, I look forward to checking in on you in a couple of weeks. I am, because I don't ever want to see this shit again. I know you. In some ways, I see parts of you in here. I do. Taurus, as in the Taurus personality. I see parts of the Taurus personality here. I do. Can't say that I don't. But it's the best of you warped into the worst ways. Your steadfastness, your insistence, your ability to carry a great deal of weight over time, your stubbornness. These are all part of the Taurian personality coming out in the worst ways possible. In other words, your energy is underappreciated, undersupported, not challenged. You don't challenge yourself either. And that insistence in you, it must be, it must be, it must be. And I dare challenge you, Taurus. Why? Why must it be? Because you said? In which case, you need to get past you. And that fear of change that Taurus is so well known for is here many times. And to your own cost. So imagine then, I always like to say that, when I see difficult readings, imagine then this same level of negative stress and emotional stress and physical stress that you find yourself in daily, that you feed and contribute and bring out the worst parts of yourself. Imagine if you invested all that anguish, unfairness, disappointment, anger, frustration, disbelief, and that goddamn stubbornness. Imagine if you turned all that energy it took to have those feelings and all that disappointment and all the fear, all the energy that consumes. Do you have any idea how much energy it takes to exude this level of denial, anxiety, anger, frustration, disappointment, to not only hold on to it, but to keep it going? Because that is a choice. You have made a choice multiple times to keep this going, as have they. So you too power enough energy I don't know, to supply a whole household with electricity. But it's in the worst way. The lighting's crappy. There's cobwebs in the corner. Not everything works. The water doesn't always run, but hey, it's being supplied, right? So if you took all that energy that is being put towards the worst aspects of the both of you and you put it into the positive, if you chose what was right for you and not was wrong for you, and they did too, what the fuck would that even look like, Taurus? You have some of your strongest personality aspects here, but they're in the worst ways, and that's just not who you are, but that's what you've allowed yourself to become. And for what? Because change was a little scary? Because you already set things in motion, so it must be this way indefinitely? Fuck that. No. Taurus, you know me. Trademark Scorpio. That has its pros and cons as well. I tend to get very passionate, as you know. And I get passionate because I care. When I feel things lifetime. And they hit me hard. But here's the thing, Taurus. I can turn the camera off and I stop feeling these things. You don't get to say the same. What do you want to feel? What do you want to do with the life you have chosen? I know it's hard to fathom. Dare I say it? Dare I be so bold? You can unchoose it too. Why don't you show some stubbornness towards that shit? There'd be no stopping you. Taurus, I love you to pieces. Put in the comments as you see fit. I want to see better things for you in 2 weeks. Take care. Be well.